Hey, what's up, guys? Usually I do videos and I start with a Facebook Live because that can be more of a real time talk about the day. But I want to do this video and I want to make sure everyone gets to watch it from the very beginning, and it doesn't have to come into the middle and then try to watch the first half that they might have missed. So I'm just going to do this regular video. But I usually like to do Facebook Live because if people have real-time comments, I can look at it and give a real-time response. But this video is going to be better for the reasoning of what we're going to talk about. There's three major points that I want to talk about today, and the one that I keep coming up that I want to talk about is a trading plan, volume spikes, or bag holding. So first off, there's going to be parts of this video that are more blunt, and it just has to be. There's no easy way to say it. Can't sugarcoat it any longer. Some of you need to hear it. Okay, so let's just talk about, in general for everyone, a trading plan. What is a trading plan? A trading plan keeps you from letting your emotions involved in a trade and hurting yourself financially, right? First off, you should not be using any money in the market that is detrimental to you, because we take risks every single day, high risk. So if you're using money that is detrimental to you, I'm telling you right now, take it out. Wait till you're more comfortable. But if you're using money that you don't care about, then fine, keep listening. So a trading plan is based on risk reward. Let's say you see a stock and you see it has a good formation, a bullish pattern, and you're thinking, okay, volume looks good, chart looks good, has a history of making a move up. The reward seems a little higher than the risk. Okay, I'm gonna put in $1,000, and I'm willing to lose what? 5% would be $50. Sometimes I don't even like to risk 5%. Sometimes I like to risk 20 or 30%. So I'll get in the bottom of the dip and I'll just wait for my bullish signal to keep forming. As long as it stays in formation, I'm still at my plan. I'm still waiting for my setup to pan out, However, if it goes like this and then falls, then it did not complete the formation that was in your plan. At that point is where you have to measure again. Do I measure risk reward by adding more here to bring my average down a little bit? Or do I cut the loss here because my plan is broken? Like the formation that was part of my plan to get me to click the buy button is gone. Or, it's all about, in real time, thinking on your toes, plans. And if it executes and it goes up, then you have a successful plan. You start taking profits. In my opinion, you start taking profits. Some people think that, they're going to hold for the moon. I think consistent profits is better, So, but if it falls, you got to be willing to cut that loss fast. You have to, or you're going to see nothing but red. I know. I did it when I started, guys. I don't think I've never heard of a trader successful from day one. Never. Every single one had to get over that milestone of the learning curve of realizing, oh my gosh, I wish I would have known then what I know now. You would have saved a lot of money, stress, time, and you just would have been more profitable sooner. But there's a lot of you still in that learning curve where you end up, the plan doesn't follow through, it falls, but you hold, or you add more and hold only to do more damage, which leads into, bag holding, right? So if you're sensitive about words or cuss words or anything like that, turn this video off now, because I'm going to be a little blunt on this part. Okay? This is not an attack at anybody. Nobody. I've done what I'm about to say, but I'm from experience. I can talk like this because I've done it. Bag holding is for little bitches who didn't stick to the fucking trading plan. They let their emotions take over the trade and get them into a bigger loss. And they bag held with emotions, and the emotions fuck them up. And then they sit here and think, oh, I'm a bag holder. I was dumped on them. I'm bag holding. Oh, I shouldn't have took this trade. I'm bag holding. Your emotions made you bag hold. Nobody made you bag hold. Not Joe, not Matt, not Harry, not Samantha, Sean. Nobody made you bag hold. Your emotions deterred away from your plan, and you bag held. Now, I did it just 2 years ago. It was just 2 years ago. It was my last time I tried to hold a bag, right? And it's because I was being a pussy and I didn't want to say goodbye to my 30% loss because emotions get into my trade. I remember the stock. It was OPGN. I was in heavy. Probably a little heavier than I should have been, but I was in heavy. But it was on a Tuesday. But Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, I woke up to red. And psychologically, it was defeating me already. It was getting involved in my trades. It was making me trade in other trades throughout the day in heavier size, going for bigger wins and trying to make up that money so that I wouldn't care about it. And it was, but waking up to red every day was making me make amateur decisions again. Okay, so again, I'm not directly attacking anybody, but the next time, I want you to think about this, okay? Anybody who watches this video, the next time you see somebody say they're holding bags, just know they're just a beginner. They went away from their plan and they're too big of a pussy to sell for the loss and make it up elsewhere. Or they're using money that matters to them and they shouldn't even be in it, okay? I'm just being honest. It's time for me to put one of these videos out where I'm bluntly honest and you gotta hear it, okay? In this sense, nice guys finish last. I can't be nice forever, okay? I'm nice to everybody, but I can't sit here and babysit emotions. Emotions do nothing for you, pretty much in anything in life, but especially with trading. You have to think strategically, okay? So the next time you see someone say they're bag holding, just know that it's on them. It's always on them. They're using money that's detrimental to them and they just made a stupid decision because nobody went into their room or their office and said, I'm gonna click buy. They clicked buy and they didn't click sell, okay? Because there was a point when the loss would have been tiny and they didn't take it. Now their emotions took over and this is the consequence of those emotions. It's the way it is, guys. I took a big loss on OPGN. I cut the loss. It was 33% red. Got sick of looking at it, and that's it. I cut the loss, and that was a huge loss for me that day. It was a Friday because it started on Tuesday, and I was red every day starting in the morning. I was green those days because it made it up later, but starting red because it dropped a little bit more and a little bit more. You know, there was no bounce, and I was hoping for a bounce. That's the last time I held a bag, right? That's the last time I didn't, man the fuck up and sell. And women too, we're all traders. We're all individuals here. You got to make those decisions. That's part of it. So that's my little spiel on that part. I had to be blunt. Got tired of seeing it. I'll probably never do a video like this again. Don't be upset, guys. It's tough love, okay? I'm going to go off topic here, but let me tell you. One time I was in college and I was all strung up on this chick. And long story short, I was being a little girl about it. Like I was just being a little wimp. I should have just moved on. Who cares, right? Anyways, my wrestling coach is actually the one who was always nice to me. And then one day he heard me like sobbing about my sob story about this relationship that was over, but I was still sobbing about it. And he just looked at me. He said, look, one day you're going to have to tighten your belt and you're going to have to man the fuck up, Aaron, and get over this shit. And he said, you're going to have to tighten your belt. And he did the whole tighten your belt gesture. And I don't know, man. Something about that day taught me. I really did get over it. Like I realized, wow, I am not taking responsibility for the emotions I'm having. I'm not taking responsibility for the situation I got myself into. I need to get out of this. So that's it. I was done. Moved on. Of course, it took about a month or whatever, but my decisions from there changed because of what he said to me. Finally, I got the tough love I needed. And I'm just saying this now. So for anyone sitting here saying I'm holding bags, stop being a pussy and sell the fucking bags and stop complaining. Okay? All right, so the next thing we talked about in the group today, volume spikes. People, was it 95% say they like volume spikes? I got bit by something right here, sorry. But people say they like volume spikes, but there are some that say they don't like volume spike alerts, okay? I'm gonna be the first to tell you, without volume, you will not make any money. I don't care who you are. Even in a swing trade, it takes volume to make that swing trade work out, okay? No matter what, if there's no volume, no trade will happen. It takes volume to sell, it takes volume to buy, okay? So if I say First up, which one was it today? DBGI. Today, okay? DBGI. I said volume spike. There's a volume spike. I don't know what's causing it. I don't know where it's coming from. All I know is there's a volume spike and it's interesting. Maybe it sets up for a trade. Let's see. I don't know. So I was watching it. It's on a radar. It's on my stock, on my radar. I see volume still. It's trickling down. It's still kind of consistent. And then volume again. Boom. So I'm like, okay, what's going on here? It's setting up a flag. Let me take a small position. I took a starter. And then just 30 seconds after that flag developed, they put out a press release that they just entered the Amazon marketplace. Boom! Shot up. Halted. Okay? Halted. But I was already in for a starting small position. So I added more before the halt. It got my average up higher, but, you know, I ended up making a little bit on the resumption. It sold and then, but think about it, okay? The volume spike out of nowhere got our attention to something that had a probably hidden press release about to come out somewhere. We don't know who knew about it, but all we know is we sell volume. That's what you can't hide. You can hide who knows about your press release, but you can't hide when people start buying it. So, volume, okay? Another one. Which one was it? It's a big mover from a year ago. IMTE. IMTE. Still one of the biggest movers ever. Had no news. It volume spiked at like $3 a couple years ago. It was like $3. And it went to $75. And it took all day, you know, $3, boom, 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 $75, whatever. No, I did not buy at $3 and hold to $75. I played the breakouts, played the dips, you know, the chart setups. But the volume spike got my attention there to say there's an opportunity, okay? So anyone who says volume spikes leave you bag holding, it's because they're being pussies and haven't spent the time to learn how to enter a trade, okay? Learn how to read the chart, learn how to read the volume bars, learn how to read the candlesticks. Not hard. You click the candlestick. It tells you how much volume's there. This candle had 100,000 volume. This candle had 150,000 volume. This candle had 175,000 thousand shares volume. That means the volume is increasing. Somebody and somewhere all like it. They're buying it. So look for a setup, a dip, a setup. Okay? Volume spike gets your attention. I don't care who you are. Anyone who says otherwise, I guarantee you is not profitable. And if anyone is saying they don't like volume spike alerts or they don't like volume, I want you to challenge them and ask to see their verified broker statement, profit and loss. Okay? Or not, it's not their profit and loss, none of your business. You don't need to see how much money somebody makes, but just see their accuracy. Okay? To me, that's not personal. To show their accuracy, seeing someone's profit on the year, I think that's really personal, especially if you have kids at home. I don't think you should be sharing how much money you make. I don't share how much money I make publicly. A lot of people see how much I make sometimes in a day, but nobody sees how much I make in a year entirely because it's just, I have children at home, I have a family to protect, and I just will never put that information publicly out there. There's some traders that do, and most of them don't put any of their family life on the internet. I have my family on the internet with me in my small page, so I'm not gonna put my profits out there, but I don't think it's personal for any of you guys to ask a trader to say, show me your accuracy. I want to see what your green versus red day accuracy is, at least for the next 30 days or last 60 days or the last year. I don't think that's personal. I think that's just saying, I want to make sure you know what you're doing. So if somebody's trying to give you alerts, tips, ideas, trades, challenge them. I think that's a reasonable question. If they get defensive, then you know why they got defensive. They don't want to answer. So I could see why anybody wouldn't want to show you their money. To me, it's none of anyone's or mine business how much money somebody's making, but can't hide accuracy percentage. That's not personal. So those are the three I wanted to talk about. A trading plan, volume spikes, and the bag holding, stupid phrase I hear lately. Okay, bag holding is a new trader phrase. You won't hear professionals talking like that. It's only new traders that let their emotions in a trade. Professionals, we just don't bag hold. We cut the loss. We call it a mistake, and you learn from the mistakes. I relate everything to wrestling. I can name you every single guy I've ever lost to, but I can't name you even 10% of the guys I beat. but I can name every single person who beat me, and I can name where it was at. I can name what weight class it was at, and what day it was. You know, I'll never forget those lessons. But I can't remember even 10% of the guys I personally beat in wrestling. You learn from the mistakes. So bag holding is a mistake that new traders make, okay? And eventually it's going to weigh you down, and it psychologically messes you in the head. So let's talk a little bit more about a trading plan. When people say, what's your plan? First off, I don't go by price targets. I always hear that. What's your price target? I don't go by price targets. Price targets is for inexperienced traders or for pumpers. You know, they'll give you a price target. Oh, hey, it could hit $10 when really their trade is probably for $7. They just want to get you to have hopes that if you bought in at 7, it's going to 10. So they give price targets. Nobody knows how high the stock's going to go. Nobody. Nobody's going to know. And it could go, but nobody knows. We all have seen former runners. That just means bulls are going to remember it. So you can take that into your risk and reward measurement. So when you see somebody sitting here and just, oh, it could go here, that's not, you shouldn't take that into your plan. It's not part of your plan. You should have 3 reasons before entering a trade. At least give yourself 2. At least 2. But 3 is good. Volume, setup, former runner. Those are good ones. News, volume, has setup. Boom. Those are 3 good reasons to take a risk, to take the risk-reward trade. You know, shouldn't be going too heavy, but that's a good area. Always secure profits. Man, I saw a lot of people lose money this week on TRCH because of hopes and dreams. Who cares about a dividend? Who cares about a dividend? You can make the money somewhere else, you know? Dividends are cool, but don't let yourself lose 50% of your profits, or 50% of your position, hoping for a dividend. You know, so this is all my opinion, guys. I'm not financially licensed. I'm not financially regulated. I cannot legally give any financial advice. So this is all my opinion from experience, okay? So take it as that. Ask all your questions in the group. We'll all answer it. I will answer it when I can. I have a family. I have a family of 6, 4 kids, a wife, and me. I'm a very busy dad, and I take a lot of time away from the family to be online all day. And I try not to take any stress back to inside the family, so it all stays in my office. I come out here, a little clear and it's kind of quiet. But yeah, guys, I'm here to help you. Had to be tough love today, guys. There were some things I just had to say and some things that people needed to hear. If it offended anybody, to be honest, probably should just leave the group, because you're not going to like the blunt truth down the road. So, but if you weren't offended, that's great. I'm glad, because I wasn't trying to offend anybody. I want everyone to be successful. I want everyone to learn from the mistakes I made. I'm trying to protect everybody from the mistakes I made in the past. And don't get defensive. If you see me trying to tell you shouldn't do that or do this, blah, blah, blah. First off, I don't think I even talk like that. But if I just give a suggestion, just look at it that I can back up what I'm saying, So I hope everyone nothing but success, and keep working hard. Our market is boring right now. It is kind of boring. It's exciting a little bit in the early morning hours after the bell, but then it fades off right now. It's just the market we're in, guys. I'm still finding ways to be hitting my daily goals. There's still opportunity out there. There's just not monsters right now, but there is some nice, decent moves. So I think that's all enough for me, guys. I really try not to go on these long videos. I'll do another video soon. And yeah, and by the way, I've lost weight. I've lost 23 pounds now, 20 more to go. So I'll see you guys later. Bye.